Hello everyone, my name is Yulia Vichart and I'm a family lawyer. I work at the law company of the lawyer Alexey Nikolaevich Skryabin. Our law company specializes in providing legal services in the field of marriage dissolution and recovery of alimony. Our lawyers provide support in court proceedings throughout Ukraine. In this video, I will tell you about the procedure of a divorce without the presence of one of the spouses, about the procedure of divorce through the registry office without the presence of one of the spouses, how does a divorce with children take place in the court without the presence of a husband, how to divorce without the presence of a husband in Ukraine, and how to file for unilateral divorce without the consent of the husband. Watch this video till the end to know a lot of interesting information about divorce without the presence of spouses. Subscribe to my channel to receive up-to-date information in the field of family law. Contacts for contacting me about paid consultations are under this video. Procedure of divorce without the presence of one of the spouses in Ukraine. If the spouses for a good reason cannot come to an agreement or to appear at the registry office to formalize a divorce on the appointed day, the divorce without the presence of the spouses cannot take place according to the time frame of such registration. However, upon written request, it can be postponed to another day. In this case, the period for postponement of the state registration of the divorce cannot exceed 1 year from the date of submission of the statement. If the spouses didn't appear for the registration of the divorce and didn't inform about the reasons of the failure to appear within 3 months from the date of submission of the statement becomes invalid. If one of the spouses from a couple which hasn't children, for a good reason, cannot appear for divorce procedure, he or she can file a statement for divorce without presence, or within a month period to notify the registry office in writing about the consent to register a divorce in his or her absence, and indicate the location of the registry office to which the divorce certificate should be sent. Divorce with children, but without the presence of the husband in the court in Ukraine. How to file for divorce with children and without the presence of husband in court properly. In accordance with the Code of Civil Procedure, a participant of the case had the right to file a motion to consider the case without the presence of a person. If such a petition was filed by all participants of the case, the trial over the case is carried out on the basis of the materials available at the court. In general, the husband's failure to appear at the court session, provided that he was duly informed of the date, time and place of this session, doesn't prevent the consideration of the case. In fact, except for cases determined by the Code of Civil Procedure. How to get a divorce without the presence of husband in Ukraine. The Code of Civil Procedure states that spouses have the right to file a petition to the court to consider the case without being present. At the same time, it is necessary to come to the court session on the summons of the court if their presence is recognized by the court as compulsory, according to the Code of Civil Procedure. Therefore, it is important that such a motion as a statement on procedural issues isn't intended to unjustify delay and obstruction the consideration of the case. And according to the Civil Procedure Code of Ukraine, the court may recognize an abuse of procedural rights and, depending on the specific circumstances of the case, apply procedural forced measures. Divorce through the registry office without the presence of one of the spouses in Ukraine. If the husband and wife still haven't come to an agreement, but one of the spouses, for a good reason, cannot appear for state registration of a divorce, he can file a statement for divorce without children or within a month period to notify the registry office about the consent of divorce without presence in written form, and indicate the location of the registry office where the divorce certificate should be sent. If a written message is sent, the signature need of the spouse who insists on a divorce without being present should be notarized, and a corresponding note is made in the assembly record in the column for marks. In this case, during the state registration of the divorce, all data of the second spouse are indicated in the assembly record according to the submitted divorce statement of spouses who don't have children, as the divorce took place without presence. How to file for divorce unilaterally without your husband's consent in Ukraine. The Family Code of Ukraine establishes the right of each of the spouses to file a claim for divorce to the court if the spouses fail to come to an agreement. In contrast to the procedure of marriage dissolution based on the common application of spouses with children, dissolution of a marriage by a civil registry office at the request of spouses who have no children, a divorce at the claim of one of the spouses causes a situation when the married couple doesn't agree and only one of the spouses seeks to terminate the marriage, while the second does not want this and insists on a divorce without presence. Consulting a professional divorce lawyer is a guarantee of your success. Contact the lawyers of our company in any way convenient for you. Call or write to messengers. We'll help you to resolve your issues quickly and efficiently. If you need a consultation or paid services of a lawyer, then contact by the contacts listed under this video. If you have any questions, then write them into the comments to this video and I will definitely answer you. If this video was useful for you and you learned something new about divorce without the presence of spouses, then like this video, subscribe to my channel, share with your friends, press the bell not to miss new videos. See you in new videos!